Okay, perfect. You should see my PowerPoint now. There we go. All right. I think it's all clear. Anyways, like I said, a lot of happenings, and as a matter of fact, definitely excited about the growth that's been happening. So, I'm going to pull up the PowerPoint so we can lead right into it, and then we'll talk a little bit about that. So, first things first, Rising Star Org, as you know, the next one is in 2 days. 2 days. Very exciting stuff with what I've been seeing there. Congratulations to the qualifiers, to the RSO. Have to squeeze them into the bottom of the screen over there, but definitely looking forward to meeting with you guys and getting it going on. As we continue to meet with the RSO qualifiers and PC with them and really start to set the standard for people that come in and hit the ground running, want to get to work right away, want to go out there and really build a business. The ones that are truly, truly committed to their business are going to be the ones that really maximize the results that they can have with the entire business. So, very exciting stuff that's going on with that. As a matter of fact, we're preparing to have our first official corporate teaser video come out in the next couple of weeks, and I'll be flying out to California to do the recording on that video. So very excited about that as a business tool for you guys to be able to use to kind of create some sizzle for the business. And there's going to be definitely not only that video, but there's going to be a slew of videos, a whole uh, kind of timelined, time-oriented release of different segments of the video, starting with the corporate teaser, and it's just real quick, kind of an introductory that you can showcase the company with, and get people to ask you, hey, what is it that you do? How is it that you do it? It'll feature basically the spirit, the culture of the company, and the product line along with the leadership style, the business building style that we really specialize in and get people excited about. So that's coming soon to you. As a matter of fact, I'll be in San Diego with Millie doing the recording for the video this upcoming Monday. I fly to California on Sunday night. And so look for that very, very soon. And let's make sure we take advantage of it. So, by the way, some of you will be featured in the video. So if you have not heard from your sponsor, from your director, from your upline, then what we're going to do is we're going to feature some customer testimonies in the video. And so if you yourself have an aggressive testimonial that you would like to be included in the video, it's not a guarantee, okay? It's not a guarantee, but if we take a video of you and we look at it and it's a high quality video, it's a well put together testimonial, what we'll do is we'll have you come into our recording studio or recording location here in New York, and we'll do the recording of you with all the professional equipment and everything like that, and we'll submit it to the video producers, the production staff, and they'll be able to put together the video with you in it. So very, very cool. Bill, I would definitely, if I was you, I would vie for one of the slots because you've definitely lost a lot of weight. I think how much are you up to right now, Bill? How much weight have you lost? I remember seeing your pictures from before. So I think you're around 40, 50 or something like that. Oh, 30 only? 30's all right. 30's all right. I thought you were a lot more. You looked way, way bigger than when I first met you. Uh, than what you look like right now. So yeah, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. So Bill's a good example. And by the way, we're looking for a completely diverse crowd of testimonies. So we want to include all kinds of people, all backgrounds, all sizes, all shapes, all languages, all colors. Like we want to include everything because I think one of the things that really makes us unique as a company is that we don't have any one specific type of person or group of people that we cater to. It's like everybody is a melting pot of the world. You got all kinds of people, whether Arab, Indian, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and da 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 da, and all kinds of Latino mixed in there. And it's kind of like the future world conglomerate here in the company. So definitely we want to make sure everyone gets represented and all kinds of ages as well. So look around the team, and if you have some pretty cool stories that you think we should include, let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know, and we'll have you come into our recording studio and do your quick 30-second video. Okay, so with that, let me go ahead and continue on with the rest of the updates. As you know, the scholarship runs well underway, 1.5 months to that. Growth. Definitely excited about the growth from last January to this past January. We grew by 139%. 139% is definitely some kick behind growth. Very excited about that. And as a result, everybody's incomes grew too. So that's always exciting. That's always hot and happening for us as a company. I'm looking forward to February. If we can, I'll tell you what. There's something I always talk about. We call it the boom boom pop, right? And in any type of business setting or momentum setting, it always takes three thresholds to really pop. And so we've placed and established the first threshold at 139% for January. February, if we can keep it going at least 139% over previous February, and March, do the same exact thing. March is going to be an explosive month because January we boom, February we boom, March we pop, April we explode, and May it's like unheard of. And that's really how this business starts to grow. That's how insanity kicks in, and that's how momentum kicks in. You know what they say: when it rains, it pours, and that's how we, as a company, are positioning ourselves. So definitely great job to the field on the growth that's been happening. Very exciting time with that. As a result of that, we are probably going to be moving into a bigger office space. As a matter of fact, we've been talking to the landlords of the current office space to see what kind of sizing they have. Unfortunately, this building is full, so we might need to upgrade again or get a bigger space somewhere in the same vicinity. We'll see. We're in the talks right now, but for sure, we'll let you know as we get closer to that time. We're looking to do it hopefully, if not March, then April or sooner, depending on what we can work out with the management team. So with that said, stay tuned for that. Very exciting news. Definitely always cool to see growth. And that brings me to the actual training topic. And the cool thing about the training topic itself and the product line that we work with is that everything is immediate gratification based. That means that if we talk about the product and we tell somebody, here's the type of result that you can experience, here's the type of result that you can get with our product line, then they're going to not only get excited about it, but their experience is going to meet their expectation. And when their experience meets their expectation, they are going to talk and rave and tell everyone about the types of products that they were able to get from you, what type of result they're able to get, what type of stories. And as a business, if you want to create a business that's ongoing, that's always growing, that's always getting people excited, that allows you to build massive wealth, then you need to have a product line that's going to allow you to tie that in synergistically. And that's what we have here in NuViza. In NuViza, we have a product line that really allows you to create wealth beginning with health. And when we talk to our customers and share the products with them, that's what you're doing. You're sharing a chance for them to really not only learn about health, because you as a business consultant, as someone who's specializing in these products, you're going to inform them, you're going to educate them on the product line itself, but you're also going to educate them on what they can do in their life with these products to live the premium life, to have an ultimate lifestyle. And so there's a process that we can go through as we introduce the products to them that can help us streamline everything, become very pinpointed with accuracy in how we promote, and we can cater, we can specifically outline the different parts of the products that makes it worthwhile to them, that gets them excited, that gets their heart singing, that gets their mind buzzing, and gets their desires burning for the product. It's a matter of just interaction and attraction. That's what the products are about. As a matter of fact, I was having a conversation with Millie about the product line and the way it's packaged, and she goes, every time I talk to people about the products, I have to agree with them. They always tell me how the packaging is very sophisticated, it's very sexy, it's very attractive, and that's how the products are put together, and they're put together that way for a reason because first of all, we know people want to look good, people want to feel good, people want to be sexy. And so the product line itself, yes, the packaging is more expensive to do it that way. I mean, I'm sure you already know. You can go into a regular retail store and buy normal human packaging. We call it clothing. And when you buy normal human packaging, you could look good in some of it, right? However, you can tell the difference when it's something of quality or if it's something just a normal everyday piece of clothing. And the same thing with products. When you look at products, you can look at the packaging and you can tell when it's something of quality or when it's something that's everyday piece of product type of situation. So with our products, everything from front to back, inside and out, manufacturing processes, ingredients, and results are highly geared towards quality. And so with that in mind, when we talk to people, the experience that they have with our products is also focused on quality. Am I making sense with that? So, to keep it short, to keep it simple, in the process of interaction, there are 3 steps in your representation of the products or your introduction of the products, okay, that'll allow you to be very sophisticated in how you share the product with people. Now, you'll notice this is not a sales pitch or a sales approach per se, but it is a way of introducing the product line to someone and having them ask you for it, having them ask you buying questions, having them ask you how they can find out more, having them ask you for more details. Okay, when they can ask you for it, that's when you know you have a not only a potential client, but a assigned, sealed, delivered type of customer. Okay, so first phase of your interaction and your attraction in your product introduction is the opener. And the opener is how do you start the conversation with people? How do you start talking about the products? How do you start talking about what the results are that people have been getting with the products? And you want to warm up to it, you want to build up to it. And in your opener is where you can start setting up credibility, not for yourself, but for the information that you're going to share. As a matter of fact, I'll give you different scenarios and different examples in each of the products that we have and how it works and how we're going to do that. So you can understand what the process is. But as you start to go into the conversation, your opener is a chance for you to build credibility. You can do that by using third-party examples of information or learning. And so, for example, if you're talking about detoxification and detoxes and cleansing the body and different types of cleanses, you can work that into your conversation with whoever you're talking to simply by saying, hey, as a matter of fact, something interesting that I read about the other day was detoxes, and I've really been looking to find something that helps me cleanse my body because we all eat all kinds of craziness every single day, and we have such hectic lifestyles. We live in such uh, a just unhealthy environment in terms of air pollution and all these types of things that I can start to feel the effects of it on my body. I feel like I have less energy, and I was feeling like I was tired all the time, or I was sluggish, and so I started really doing my homework and reading, and it's interesting what you find out there. Have you ever done a detox before? Have you ever really looked into detoxes? And so now this is how you could just introduce the detox effect, okay? That's just an example. And it can be catered towards anything. It can be catered towards skin health. It can be catered towards um, energy. It can be catered towards weight management, weight loss, muscle building, and all kinds of things like that. So I'm just giving you an example of detox because the DTX for us is our flagship product. It's the fastest, most effective way for a customer to realize the true quality of what we do. Okay, so now you've now started to introduce third-party examples, right? And with third-party examples of information, third-party examples of what you've learned, you've established credibility. And you can say, I've looked at this type of product and that type of product. As a matter of fact, I was reading this magazine to really be informed on what is out there, and I found something that's very, very unique. As a matter of fact, I didn't expect something. I knew there's going to be all kinds of products that I could learn about, but I didn't expect to find something like this. As a matter of fact, it was shocking. Did you know? And you pause. And that's when they really start to pay attention because the words did you know are attention grabbers. And when you say that, you're testing their awareness, their information, and their realization. So once you start to ask those kind of questions, you can say, hey, did you know that if you don't detox, it actually is one of the key reasons that we start to exponentially gain weight? And they'll say usually, no, I didn't. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was reading about it and da 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 da, and all of a sudden your whole conversation becomes about them, but not really about them, but it's really about them because if that's something that they've been focused on, or they've told you that they're working on, or whatever it is that they were trying to resolve, you now have geared that conversation towards how to establish a solution to that. Does that make sense so far? He says, so, well, I realized that if you don't detox, you're going to have big issues, big problems. And so I really started looking into detox, and I found a way to detox. As a matter of fact, I found something that works literally overnight. It's a one-time use product. You only have to use it one time. And when you use it one time, you can see immediate results. And actually, when I first heard about it, it was too good to be true. So I really started checking around, and I found zero negative feedback on this one product. And so I decided, what, I want to find out more. And I actually started talking to different people that have personally used the products, and everyone had a similar story. And I mean, I said I have to try it, and I decided to try it. And here's what happened. And let me tell you, oh my God, oh my goodness, I was surprised, whatever it is. And you share your story. And this is where I'm sure you've heard it say, become a product of the product, right? And when you become a product of the product, that simply means you have firsthand experience of what type of results you can get with the product. You know, I go into a car dealership every now and then, and I'm always shopping around because cars are one of my hobbies, and I like high-end, fast quality cars. So I go into a car dealership and I sit down and talk to the guy, and if we're talking to a salesperson of an exotic or a luxury car, he better have taken that car for a test drive. And if it's a very well established dealership, I'm expecting the person that's selling me the car to at least have very good knowledge, know how of how the product works. There's a reason that you spend the money that you spend on a BMW, and there's a reason that you spend the money that you spend on a Lamborghini. They have to know their stuff. So if I start asking questions and the guy goes, well, you know, I've never really taken it for a test drive, so I wouldn't know, you've lost me. I'm not going to be a customer because I can't talk to someone who doesn't have firsthand experience. And when you're dealing in high-end, high-profile products, high-quality products like this, you need to be a product of a product. When you walk into an Armani store, and I recently have not been shopping at Armani. I think the quality has started to go down. They've stopped making the clothes that I like, so we're going to go completely black label and all handmade stuff in the next couple of months. For those of you that like that kind of stuff, we'll be talking. But you know, recently when I went in there, I talked to the guys. You walk in there, every single person that works there has to be wearing an Armani suit. They have to be wearing Armani clothing. You can't go in, you're not going to go in there and find them wearing a men's warehouse suit. It just doesn't work because they need to be a product of the product. And their people, their staff, all have a certain look, they have a certain persona, they have a presence, they have a certain movement. They're all like semi-models walking around in Armani suits. And that's what it means to be a product of a product. That's what a product of a product is. So here it's the same exact thing. Now, cool thing is that you can do a detox. It's easy. It's not like you're not having to buy a $1,000 suit to walk around in and put that on display. Your detox is included in your starter kit, so you use it, you get your results, you have a story, you can share it over and over and over and over again, and you will never wear it out. And so in this process of sharing your realizations about the product, you now have engaged the customer or the prospect to find out more details. Okay, that's the first step. That's what your opener will do. And in the opener process, in the opening process, you don't have to worry about being an expert because you have already said, hey, I did my research, I looked at different products out there, different opportunities, and here's what I learned from reading this, here's what I learned from reading that, here's what I learned from talking to this person. So you've used third-party examples of where you got information from, what you've learned to establish the credibility. No longer are you the person in question. Does that make sense so far? So once you've done that, you continue to the second phase, and the second phase is very, very simple. Is where it's where you establish the issue. The second phase is where you establish the issue of what's going on. Because here's the deal. Here's how it works. To every problem, there's a solution. We all need to understand that. Once we understand that, it's just a matter of finding that solution and making sure everyone knows about it. So no matter what the problem is, and we talk about this in the business side of everything all the time, right? Well, on the product side, it's the same exact deal. If people want to, for example, let's just say somebody wants really good skin health. Well, the skin is the largest organ on the body, okay? Being the largest organ on the body, and if something is wrong inside the body, your skin is going to showcase. It's going to tell you. It's going to start by showing you around the eyes. It'll be all discolored and sunken, and it'll be blue hued and baggy and wrinkly. That's how you'll be able to tell. So if someone has an imbalance in their system, if they are poorly nourished, undernourished, if they're deficient in something, their eyes will tell you, their skin complexion will tell you, their nails, their cuticles will tell you, their hair will tell you, all these things, their lips will tell you how healthy they are. It will be a very visible thing on their body. And so one of the I always get compliments on how young I look. As a matter of fact, I literally just finished a conference call right before this one with our production team, the people that are working on the video, and they go, "Hey, just to let you know, because you're so young and because you look so young, for the video, you should have your hair like this, and you should wait 2 days to shave, and da 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 da, and they're like, no spiky hair, and da 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 da, and I'm like, yeah, I know. And they go, most CEOs and founders of network marketing companies and corporations are, late 40s, 50s. Here you are, you're like 32, so we definitely can't have you looking like you're 19 or whatever it is. So I understand that, and I get that. But let me tell you, one of the reasons I've been able to maintain my body is because I'm healthy. You can see that. You can feel that. You can tell that from the interaction. And same thing for you. If you're not taking care of your body by properly supplementing, and we're going to talk about what supplementation is in a little bit, your body will showcase that. And that's why supplementation is important. So, you look at all these superstars, for example, someone recently, a celebrity as an example, Jennifer Aniston, she looks phenomenal for her age. I mean, she is still sexy, and I think she's about to hit 50, if not yet, right? And gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous as a person. Now, here's the thing. She balances her health out with proper supplementation. She's always talking about it. Every time she's interviewed, they ask her, what do you do to keep your physique and everything? Like, well, I eat this, I supplement with that, da, 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 da. And so, and at the upper end of the spectrum, when you look at somebody like that, super, super healthy because of how they take care of their body. So here, what we are doing is we are showing people how to do exactly that. And here, you know what? You might talk to somebody who's super ugly. It's okay. They get on the products. It will turn them from ugly to sexy. It's just the way it is. I've seen it happen so many times before. They go through our Get Sexy machine of our product line, and they become sexier by the minute, by the day. As a matter of fact, I look at some pictures of people when they first start our business, as an example, before they start taking our products, and I mean, some of them look like train wrecks, and then you look at them today, and you're like, oh my God, sexier. I mean, just, whew, drop dead gorgeous because of the way we are catering to that. So, very exciting stuff. Once you establish the issue becomes the problem, and there's a solution to every problem. The solution is all about the needs. So, as you have probably heard in business or in marketing, the way businesses grow is there's a supply and demand, and so usually you have to go into a situation. If you're in a company, if you're a startup, for example, if you have this idea, when you have this idea, a lot of times people go from the approach of trying to create the demand. Okay, and that could work. That works if you're very good at it. However, we are in an industry where the demand is already there. All we need to do is highlight it. Okay, so the demand, the need is already there. And so you can now highlight the need by establishing the issue, establishing the problem. And because the demand is there, we are the supply. as we highlight the demand, the supply becomes highlighted too. People go to you. People come to you to ask you to buy products, and I'm sure you've had this happen already. I've seen it happening on Facebook over the last couple of years, where you post something about the Tango, the DTX, the Burn, the One, the whatever it is, and somebody will message you about it, and you're like, all right, here, PM me or private message me. Well, here's the thing. If I was the one getting that Facebook message, I wouldn't ask them to PM me. I'll let them know, hey, I'm going to PM you right now because I'm going to highlight the need for you. I'm going to highlight the solution for you, and you're going to come and continue chasing me, not only for more information, but for the product itself. And so I will start to cater the descriptions of what the products do, how the products work, how they function, based on what they are looking for. Does that make sense so far? And no matter what they're looking for, we have a product for it. If they're looking for a way to feel younger, look younger, all of our products in unison will help them accomplish that. If they're looking for a way to lose weight, get fit, our products will allow them to do that. If they're looking for a way to just feel good and be maintained, our products will do that. So skin health, our products will do that. Everything we have will allow them to live the optimal life. And so we'll cater the descriptions of what the products do based on what they're looking for. And if they're not looking for it, then no need for us to talk about it. And here's what I mean by that. Let's go back to the example of when I walk into a dealership. If I walk into, for example, a Mercedes dealership and I'm looking at a coupe, okay? I'm not going to walk in there and have them explain to me how the Jeep works because I'm not interested in the SUV. I'm not interested in the Jeep. I'm not interested in the 4x4. And I'm going in there for a coupe. No need to give me the features and benefits of the SUV. Does that make sense? So someone who's very, very attentive to their business will always cater the descriptions of what the products do based on what the consumer or the customer is looking for. That's how you can be very accurate in helping them get the perfect product set. Okay? Once you do that, third phase is introduce the solution, which is, of course, us, what we do. And that's when we can go into features and benefits. And again, features and benefits should be catering to what the person is looking for. And the way I like to do features and benefits, by the way, is I tell what it does, but the stories that I share with them about it doing it are what is key to my success in the transaction. So, for example, I've heard people say, well, this product does this, and this product does that, and this product does that, and they're very good at explaining the product. Okay, awesome. That's features and benefits. But the engagement happens. Okay, the engagement happens when the stories of those features and benefits are told. That's when the engagement happens. And so I'll give you an example. The detox does the whole cleansing effect from head to toe. As a matter of fact, when you do your DTX, and that's the language that I use. I don't say when you buy it. I don't say if you buy it or if you do it. I say when you do your detox using our DTX. Oh my goodness, the way you're going to feel is completely night and day from one day to the next. I'll tell you right now, you're going to wake up and you're going to look in the mirror and you will have to do a triple take because you won't believe your eyes. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons we tell our customers to take a before and after picture is because it's sometimes so unbelievable that they might think they're imagining things, and we don't have any hallucinogens in hallucinogenics in the detox. Okay, it's just all natural stuff. And so when you do your detox, you're gonna fall in love with your new you. As a matter of fact, I have this one customer. When she started on it, she had no idea what type of results she was gonna get. As a matter of fact, she's a very, very good friend of mine, and her name is Denise. And after she started her whole detox process, within her first week, her goal was to lose 18 to 20 pounds in her first month or so. And her first week, 10 days later on our program, she was already down 18 pounds from the whole detox effect to the burn EMZ combination. We'll tell you about the other ones in a little bit, but for you who's only looking to lose 10 to 15 pounds, I mean, it's going to be a very, very simple process for you to get that. Because when you go through what she went through, you're going to come back to me and you're like, oh my God, how do I do this thing? How do I take this thing to the next level? And then we'll talk some more about that. So everything is about catering the story based on what the customer is looking to do. Does that make sense? And that's an example of a weight loss. Okay. If it's not a weight loss, if it's somebody who just wants to feel good and they've been feeling sluggish, they've been feeling slow or heavy, I'll give the example of somebody like my sister. And the first time she detoxed, I'll tell you right now, she did not expect to have so many toxins in her system. And my sister is one of those, very good, down to earth type of people. I mean, she's a sweetheart, and everybody gets along with her. So every time she's hanging out with people, they would take her out, wine her and dine her, and all these kinds of things, and they would buy her drinks. And so when they buy her drinks, she's a petite person. She's small, like 4'1" to me. I mean, that's how small she appears to me. 4'1" and all this kind of. And so I'll describe her, right? And I say, but as a result of that, when you drink, your body has all these toxins and chemicals in your system. And so for someone who's so small that was going out and drinking and having fun like that, she didn't realize that she was toxic. So she was feeling sluggish. She was getting headaches all the time, and she didn't know why. So I suggested she try the detox because, like I said, when I really looked into the DTX and what it can do, and I read all this information from this magazine and that, and online about what it does, I realized that once you detox, your body can be balanced out and it can function properly. So I suggested she detox, and I'll tell you right now, when she first detoxed, she was so toxic. I mean, she was all over the place. And ever since then, she went from getting migraines every day to just randomly every now and then. And so very, very exciting results for her because today she feels balanced. You can look. She doesn't have bags under her eyes anymore. I mean, she just looks much younger. She's no longer the grandma of the group. She's still awesome, but not the grandma of the group anymore. So, and that's an example of how I would share a story regarding the DTX, where if I'm talking to the person and I'm telling the story, they're gonna go, hey, you know what? Me too. I want to feel like that too. I want to have that kind of result too. Every time you tell a story, the whole purpose of the story is that the person who's listening to it, in their mind, they go, me too. I want that too. I want to be like that too. I want to have that kind of results too. Am I making sense with that? Perfect. So that's the product introduction. So let's real quick, because we don't have a lot of time. I want to make sure we get through the entire product training today. And let me introduce to you the first product. This is the end all be all of all products. I will tell you right now, the DTX is a game changer. It is a life changer. And we have to understand why detoxification is important. Now, here's the thing, okay? The human body is awesome. It's the most amazing machine in existence. It's self-sufficient. It doesn't require too much to maintain. It just needs to make sure it's fed properly, it's maintained properly, okay? And so as a result of our sophisticated machine, we have the ability already to detox. Now, if we were living, way back in the day, in the age before pollution, in the age before all this chemical warfare, which is what we call food today, chemical warfare, right? Before all this what do you call homogenized this and genetically modified that and the chemically composed this and the arsenic injected chicken, and before all of that, way back in the day, okay, if we were at that time, our ability to be strong with our bodies was so easy because everything we ate was natural. It was uncontaminated. It was pure. It was unadulterated, and we felt good. We would feel awesome. We would eat and immediately release anything that's waste, and we had no issues with anything like that. No real digestion issues. There was none of that kind of nonsense. Today, because of all the advancements of technology, we eat less quality and just more quantity. And that's just the way it's become. So as a result of that, it's really affected the way our bodies process food and the way we eliminate waste and the way we detox. So although we go to the bathroom still, we don't necessarily detoxify all the waste the way it's supposed to. As a matter of fact, when we eat food every day, which we do all the time, right? Our body breaks the food down, we absorb the nutrition or whatever we can from whatever nutrition is left in the food after it's cooked and processed and all that stuff. And everything that's left over is supposed to be eliminated. Now, some of it does get eliminated. It becomes detoxed out of the body. That's why you go to the bathroom. Okay. However, there is some that's not eliminated and it stays in the body. And so we have people from all kinds of backgrounds who say, well, detoxing is not important, or detox doesn't work unless you get, colonoscopy and you get a machine up in there and dragging it out. Well, no, there are other ways to do it. Okay, yogis that go out there and do the detoxes and they live to 110 years old. They do it all the time. Now their way of doing it is not as pleasant. Okay, I mean, there's the towel detox. I don't know if you've heard of the towel detox, but basically they swallow a towel, and the towel is the one that does the detox. Not a very nice way to do it. Okay, I can imagine how painful it is, but it does exist. People do it, and it's there. So you could do it that way, or you can do our detox. And our detox is one of a kind because it starts at the liver, which is your filtration system, and it goes from there and works throughout the rest of your body, and from head to toe, it starts the cleansing process. And you will feel the difference. You will see the difference. And notice the way I'm saying you will feel the difference. You will see the difference. I emphasize the words because people need to understand what makes this product so unique compared to all the other products. I'm not here to sell. I'm here to show you why you can't afford to not buy. Okay? Now, by the way, I have a friend who's very well off and didn't know about anything regarding detox process or whatever, but she has a microbiologist who recommends for her to do these kind of things. He's naturopathic and all that stuff. And so he gave her a detox, okay, which cost her $500. It was $480 or something like that. And this detox is a 5-day detox. Some of you guys know her. Her name is Jackie. So 5-day detox for $480. And he goes, you need to take this. Now, she didn't know how much she paid for it because, like I said, she's well off. So he just charges her account and da 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 da, and that's how she gets her product. So I went over to her place and we're sitting down. We're talking about the detox because she had ordered a couple from me for her, her dad, and a couple of her friends. Because when they found out about our detox, everybody wanted to do it. So, so recently her dad did the detox. She did our detox on top of the doctor's detox, and her friends did the detox. She's like, everybody loves the detox, and I go, yeah. So tell me about the detox that you did. And she showed me the box. I mean, it was not much in there. It was like the milk thistle combination with a couple of berries and antioxidants and all that stuff. I said, really? He charged you $480 for this? That's insane. I like quality, but I mean, I'll tell you right now, this is not $480 product. I know because we make products. I know what it costs to make a product like that because it's less than what we have in our DTX, and our DTX is only 119, and that's retail, 89 wholesale, which by the way is probably going to be going up soon. So We'll let you know. But DTX1 and DTX2 in combination gave her a much better result than her 5-day detox at a fifth of the price. Okay? And that's why when we emphasize, you can feel the difference, you can see the difference, people get excited about it. Keywords that I use are those. You can also talk about energy, digestion, health, skin health, appetite health, proper appetite. Appetite health is important. I don't think a lot of people talk about that, but appetite health is all about how often do you feel hunger and how often do you eat versus the need to eat. Okay, it's natural, it's easy, you get results in 24 hours. We emphasize these things. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to rush through it. You can talk about the story. Make sure you share the stone story. We all have customers who've had stones come out. If you haven't been sharing the stone story, you need to, you need to, you need to. The composition of the stones, 5 different chemicals. Where do you get these things from? Oh, you brush your teeth too? Oh my God, you got fluoride in your system. Oh, you drink water too? Oh my God, you got fluoride in your system. Or, oh, hey, you take baths and showers too? No, don't tell me you do that because that means you now have fluoride in your system. You've eaten seafood before? Oh, we got to get that mercury out. And so you talk about, and that's how I would share the story. And notice my interaction with the customer is like very, very down to earth, very easy, but very, hey, this is the way it is. We got to get it going on. We have to eliminate those toxins. We have to get those toxins gone. Okay, so 2 to 5 pounds of toxins gone in your first 24 hours, guaranteed. People fall in love with it. Make sense so far? Now, that's just the DTX. Let's talk about the BurnX, okay? BurnX, fat burning and muscle tone. Let me talk about why it's important. It's important to have a product like the BurnX. And I don't know if you guys are aware, but around 21 years old, at 21 years of age, what happens is in our bodies, we naturally start to lose muscle. As a matter of fact, we lose about 1 pound of lean muscle per year. Okay, so let's just say your body has a composition of, if you weigh 130, 140 pounds. Okay, I weigh 140. I'm 5'8". And I would say on my body, I probably have about 100, I have about 9% body fat, okay? So I have about a decent amount, 114 pounds or so of muscle. That means I'm 32 right now, okay? At the age of 40, I will have lost about 8 pounds of muscle. Probably maintain my weight, which means I would have gained 8 pounds of fat. And it will be a slow process. Okay, so as we continue the whole timeline, I get to 60 years old. At 60 years old, which is now 28 years later, I've lost 28 pounds of muscle. And it won't happen in just one area. It's a little bit everywhere. Am I making sense with that? That's why we shrink as we get older. I don't know if you know that, you're aware of that, but as we get older, we shrink. Okay? So, the Burn X, what it does is it has a lean muscle component to help maintain that composition. It will slow down the loss of lean muscle. Why it does that is because as we eat, it helps to block fat, block carbohydrates from the foods that we eat, but it also helps to assimilate proteins and nutrition properly so that it's delivered to the muscle. And it's enhancing our ability to define muscle. It enhances our ability to build muscle. That's what the Burn X does naturally, just by sitting here, just by taking it, it's already going to do it. Now, notice what I said. I didn't say I'm going to look like Sylvester Stallone or what's his name, Arnold Schwarzenegger, just from using the Burn X. It's not going to happen, okay? In order for you to look like that, if you want to look like your muscles have muscles and your muscles have muscles, then you need to be a gym head. You need to like work out at the gym, 3 hours, 4 hours at a gym every single day. You need to make sure you not only have a protein shake, but you need to meal shake, and you need to super supplement, and you need to micro supplement and macro supplement. I mean, there's a whole mess of stuff that you need to be on to look like that. Okay, you need to for sure have your muscles pumped up with other stuff. Okay, our Burn X is not that type of product. Our Burn X is for somebody who cares about their health and wants to avoid losing lean muscle as you age, as you mature, as you live. And that's what it does. So you'll see the difference just from using the product for people who do want to tone, for people who do want to maintain fitness, for people who want to do fat loss and have an easy and natural way to do weight management. This is perfect product as a supplementation to the shakes and your meals. It's perfect. It's ideal. Okay, as a matter of fact, it will help you maintain your muscle development as you're going to the gym. If you're somebody who likes to go to the gym, I personally, by the way, don't like to go to the gym. It's just not my scene. It's not my way of doing things. I have a gym set at home. I barely use it. I like to be active in many other ways. Some of you guys probably are active in that way too. So you maintain longevity in that way, okay? And that's just the way it is for me. So skin tightening, Burn X is beautiful with that. And for people who do use it as a weight management supplement, then you can drop between 18 to 21 pounds of fat in 1 to 3 months, depending on your aggression with our regimen. And our regimen is very, very simple, okay? Our aggression is like not even aggressive. Regimen for us is 100 jumping jacks per night. That's it. You do 100 jumping jacks a night. You take burn twice a day with the EMZ. You supplement with a shake. You can drop 18 to 21 pounds in your first month. Easy. We have so many people that have done it. We have many pictures of before and afters of people that have done it. It's very easy to understand how to make that work. As a matter of fact, let me share a story with you. And now I'll share another story. I'll talk about Jeff, for example. When he first started, he detoxed, went on the burn and the EMZ and the shakes, and you can see his progressive picture. So Jeff, if I was you, by the way, I would definitely be one of the people that submits a video on the effectiveness of the product, how the products work, what do they do for you, and we can show you your before and afters and so on and so forth. So make sure you take care of that on your end, and that's how the Burn X works. Then we have the EMZ. I just love the look and feel of our products. Don't you guys? Aren't they sexy to you? I just like flipping through the pictures because they're so vivid, they're so bright. I love the new EMZ bottle, okay? And and so enzymes. So what are enzymes for? And the importance of enzymes basically is just what your body needs to live. Okay. And if you don't have enzymes in your body, you basically die. That's just the way it is. You are what you eat, as they say, but more importantly, you are what you absorb. And that's what enzymes do. They allow for nutrient absorption. And if you look up how enzymes work, your body needs all kinds of enzymes to maintain its ability to function. And when there's a lack of enzymes, there's a lack of nutrition, there's a lack of uh, gasoline for the vehicle, your vehicle is not going to function. Your body's not going to function. So we have the EMZ as a supplement to make sure that your body maintains proper nutrient absorption and proper function. As a matter of fact, this is one of the very, very rare products that you can actually see it work right there in front of your eyes within moments. Within moments, you can see the effectiveness of the EMZ because the way it helps to process foods is by actually breaking it down. As a matter of fact, let me show you how. And I'll do the pudding demo. And I hope you guys know that the pudding demo is like the killer of all doubt, right? So you whip out the pudding and you dump the EMZ capsule powder in there, and boom, done. Like it's a signed, sealed, delivered. And let me tell you about a customer who started on the EMZ, and as a result of that, was now able to go from not being able to eat certain foods to now eating all kinds of foods, all their favorite foods, because of the way the EMZ helps to process things. So I would share, for example, stories of people like Xiao, who had allergens. I don't know if you guys know her story, but growing up, she was able to eat all kinds of foods. Then when 9/11 happened in New York City, she was exposed to the dust from the Twin Tower buildings, and which was laced with all kinds of chemicals and cancer-causing chemicals and things that ended up affecting her body in a way where she became allergic to a lot of things. And that's actually what happened. Okay. So now, as a result of that experience, she went from being able to eat whatever she wanted to not being able to eat at all. She got very skinny. She lost a lot of weight, and it just was a complete mess. She has her medical report that shows her being allergic to like 83% of all things in existence. That's what this medical report shows. So when she first heard about or 84%. So when she first heard about the EMZ, she said, "Well, I don't know if I can use it because I'm allergic to apple, and you have to combine the DTX with the apples, and I want to try to detox because I want to cleanse out my system. I think I have a lot of things in there that are not supposed to be in there, but what can I do?" And so we had her start off on the products. She was using EMZ. She did the detox, got awesome results with the detox, and then we actually have her on video for the first time since 9/11, since she became allergic to apples and fruits and things like that. She had the ability to once again, for the first time, eat a green apple. And we have her on video, and I mean, it's just the most amazing thing to see. So, and now we can't get her to stop eating. She eats everything. So, and I'll share a story like that because to people, the stories are what they're going to remember. Does that make sense? And the stories are what are life changing for them. So, very exciting stuff for sure. That's the EMZ. The Genki, it's the end all be all of life supplementation. Let's talk about supplementation. Okay, supplementation means to increase what there's a lack of. And that's why we supplement. Vita, where vitamins come from, Vita is life, which is to say vitamins are the source of life. And so if you don't have vitamins, you don't have life. Okay, just like you don't have EMZ, you don't have life. So vitamins are very, very important to the body. And there's all kinds of, yes, vitamins in the world, but there's all kinds of bodies in the world too, and there's all kinds of systems in the world that you can use to supplement your lack of vitamins. And the reason there's a lack is because foods processed, etc., etc. We've went over this before, and let me tell you about the Genki. 9 life complexes where it makes up for the deficiencies in the foods that we eat. And how do you know food's deficient? Well, first things first is when you cook food, you're eating dead food. Think about it. You cook it, it's dead. When you eat dead food, it's empty of nutrition, it's empty of nourishment, it's empty of vitamins, there's less of everything because it seeps out in the process of the cooking that you're doing. When you wash carrots, for example, and you put them in water, you'll notice the water will turn a slight orange because all of the nutrients are seeping out of the carrots into the water. But you have to do it because you need to clean the carrots. So as a result of that, you get less of the vitamins that you need in your system. Well, with the Genki, it makes up for that because what we've done is we've done all of those extraction processes and put them all into one stick pack so that when you eat, you can eat what you want and you can drink a Genki to supplement for the lack of nutrition and nourishment. And that's what the Genki is for. It has 9 life complexes that focus on your body from head to toe. And I would name the nine life complexes and I would focus on what they, as a customer, are looking to do. As a result of that, I can now showcase what the difference between our Genki is to everything else in the market, all the different kinds of vitamins that are out there, what makes us different. I'll show them the x-rays of vitamin pills being stuck in the body. I'll show them customer stories. Stephanie, for example, is a great person to talk about what the effectiveness of the Genki does, how it makes people feel, how often they get sick. I mean, I haven't been, the last time I got a cold was, I don't even remember. It was like 2 years ago from what I remember. And I never get a cold. And so you can talk about those kinds of things. And the best part about it is it's the powder mix. You mix it with your favorite juice. Some people drink it with water. I personally don't like it with water. It's too strong of a taste for me with water. I like it mixed in with orange juice, and man, does it taste awesome. It doesn't even taste like vitamins. And it also has the super green mixture in there because it will complete your life. So I will talk about the products like this, and unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time. Just make sure that you, as you go through the process, use the CD manual to learn how to talk about the different products. And I will finish off next week with talking about the other four products to get you guys updated on that. So we went over time by 2 minutes, but hopefully you have an understanding of how the products work, what they're designed to do, why they function the way they function, what makes us so unique. Let's go out there. Let's share it with the world because there's nobody doing what we're doing right now. There's no one building the opportunity the way we're building it right now. And let's make sure that we have our customers who are committed to their future, their health, understand how our products are committed to their future and their health as well. So with that said, hope this helps you guys out. My time's up. Thanks for yours. I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye-bye.